Insecticidal paint, DIY pest control products can be a practical preventive layer when used correctly and only where labeled for building materials. When selecting low-volatile organic compound insecticidal paints or additives, pick products specifically labeled for pest control and for the substrate you plan to treat, such as masonry or exterior wood. Read the label fully and follow coverage rates and recoat intervals exactly, because efficacy depends on proper loading per surface area and on maintaining the residual chemistry over time. Apply treatments only to locations the label allows, avoiding interior surfaces that have frequent human contact unless the product explicitly states it is safe for those uses, and always ventilate treatment areas and use appropriate protective gloves and respirators rated for organic vapors when handling concentrated additives. Prepare surfaces by cleaning, drying, and removing loose paint or mill scale so the insecticidal component bonds and we get consistent spread. For porous materials, use a primer the label permits to prevent overabsorption and uneven efficacy. Combine insecticidal paints with integrated pest management practices like moisture control around foundations, screening of vents and weep holes, and targeted baiting so the treated paint is one part of a broader strategy rather than the sole defense. Store leftover product in original containers with labels intact and dispose of waste according to local hazardous waste rules to prevent unintended exposure or environmental contamination. 3 common mistakes are using products off-label, such as painting interior walls with materials rated only for exterior masonry, which risks human exposure and reduces legal protection, so always match label claims to the use and substrate. Another frequent problem is under-applying or over-thinning, which creates ineffective coverage or premature loss of the active ingredient, so measure volumes, use recommended thinner types, and apply the specified wet film thickness using a wet film gauge or consistent technique like 2 uniform coats. A third issue is treating without addressing entry points and moisture that attract pests, which leads to recurring infestations despite treated surfaces. Inspect and seal gaps, repair leaks, and combine the paint treatment with physical exclusion and sanitation to get durable results. BigHomeProjects.com connects homeowners with local contractors and offers a discussion community where we share real-world experiences about products such as insecticidal paints and application techniques. We help contractors find work through project leads and let us all learn from peers in our community discussions.